Alright, hey, what's going on, Guardians? Narlord here, back at it again with another This Week at Bungie. So, this week at Bungie, we talk about Rulk fighting is chill and a new way to enjoy raids and dungeons. It already is almost mid-April here already, huh? Let's see what this little... Hilarious. Okay. As the weeks continue to feel like they fly by in a rush of summer, we're excited to show off even more changes coming to Destiny 2, while we continue working on what the future means to our favorite spacefaring heroes. In the next few weeks, we'll be diving through some weapon sandbox changes and other topics of interest. One of the changes that we are ready to talk about now, however, is the new Rotator system for some of the more challenging activities in the game, particularly raids and dungeons. So, ready to kick off another weekly Twab Tastic celebration? Let's dive right in then, shall we? Alright, boys. Dungeons and raids. Kind of like Dungeons and Dragons if you squint one eye and close the other. Okay, before diving into what's next for activities like raids and dungeons, we did want to shout out that players can finally take Rulk's kicks into the face at an even higher ferocity because Master Vow of the Disciple is dropping next week. For the deets regarding the ramped up difficulty, Guardians should know that the power level is 1580 with a seasonal cap at plus 30. Meaning that once you hit 1610, it's not going to matter, you're not going to do any more damage. But the level cap is 1580, or sorry, the power level is 1580. For those challenge-hardy players, completing challenges at master difficulty will offer progress towards the raid seal. Each encounter completed also has the chance to drop an Adept version of the given weapon for the raid. All right, boys. So officially, we have Adept version of raid weapons coming for Vow of the Disciple. And I doubt you're going to be able to craft those, so that's going to be actually pretty cool. So those are going to be drop only. It's a neat way to up the ante a bit when talking about more challenging aspects of Destiny 2. Master Vow of the Disciple drops next week on April 19th. So make sure to knock out any leveling needed and get that gear in tip-top shape because Master difficulty is never something to take lightly. But wait, there's more. As players continue exploring the throne world and uncover the true nature of the Witness's influence, we've heard your desire for reasons to return to previously released raid and dungeon content loud and clear. One way of freshening up the raid and dungeon experience in Destiny 2 is by developing a new rotation of featured content that we think you'll like starting in Season 17. This is designed to make raid and dungeon content a bit more exciting over the course of the season, while also providing more ways to play when jumping into different activities with friends and clanmates. Essentially, we're breaking up our new Rotator system in seasonal and weekly categories so that players can have a little additional freshness when taking on the weekly hunt for power. Let's start with our seasonal rotation since the implementation is short and sweet. So, each season, the newly released raid and dungeon will grant pinnacle rewards for all encounters. As an example, Season 17, Vow of the Disciple, and the upcoming Redacted Dungeon. Outside of these, we'll have a raid rotator and a dungeon rotator, each offering a pinnacle reward once completed. For those wondering about the weekly rotation, this particular inclusion will have a chance to feature all raids and dungeons not listed as a seasonal rotation. Want to revisit Vex in the Garden of Salvation? Do it. Want to go toe-to-toe with Riven because you like to feel hungry for that wildly impressive and stressful as all heck for players like me that are prone to panic. Final encounter? Weird, but get on yo brave and light-driven self. Get that bread. Rewards, what difference there? Rewards, what's different? Wow. Rewards, what's different there? For the weekly rotation, completing the final encounter of any of the chosen raid and dungeon will award a pinnacle drop from the weekly challenge. For any raid or dungeon that offers a higher difficulty, such as Master Vaulted Glass, that higher difficulty will also be available to players, should players be itching for an additional challenge. Oh wait, you said you like farming? We got you there too. With our new Rotator system, all lockouts on encounter rewards on legendary gear are being removed, which means all legendary drops in both raids and dungeons will be 100% farmable if you choose. Throw in some lo-fi music, grab a cozy beverage, and farm to your heart's content, or don't. Choice is yours, which is the point. So, that's pretty dope, folks. Next season comes a new dungeon, and obviously we still have Vow, so those two things will still be rewarding pinnacle drops. However, with the Rotator, it sounds like we're getting some of the old stuff back in to reward the pinnacles. And the best part is you can farm this stuff. So now we can do multiple runs of Garden of Salvation in a week, and it won't be a problem. So looking forward to that. So what's coming next? Patch notes preview. We are hitting that mid-season mark, which means it's time to do a little housekeeping. We're tackling a neat little failsafe for players when carrying objects for the Wellspring attack, some fine-tuning to Rulk and his ilk in the Vow of the Disciple raid, and taking a few more Gambit changes to continue making Drifter proud. We got a small patch preview to share, nothing major. Tempering those expectations now, but here are just some tweaks coming down the pipeline for Destiny 2 that you can look forward to before you go live later this month on April 19th. So, the Wellspring attack. Fix an issue that could cause teams to incorrectly wipe during the Master Wellspring when an objective is completed with only a few seconds left on the timer. Added a failsafe so that the carryable objects in both the ritual and boss phases of Wellspring don't spawn out of bounds. In Altar of Reflection, fix an issue where players cannot complete the evidence board quest report Altar Reflect due to the Altar of Reflection not showing up properly. More like Altar of Reappearance. That's hilarious. Vow of the Disciple Raid. Fix an issue where Rolk would suddenly become shy and no longer transition back to his initial phase properly, effectively blocking progress. And then also fix an issue where the Caretaker's dynamic health threshold UI would not consistently display for all players. Trials of Osiris. Fix an issue where players are not receiving the expected rewards on post-flawless wins. Text chat. Virtual keyboard support is now available for console text chat. Improvements have been made to make text chat messages more legible. Added a system message text field that is I can't even say it. Italicized to display system text. Local chat now has an orange tint to it for differentiation, no longer the white color. Clear chat color distinction for in-game colorblind settings. Weapon crafting. Added a consumable item that allows viewing of element counts. This can be acquired through the relic conduit. This is not a limited item. You can discard and reacquire anytime. So that is actually kind of nifty, because I've always wanted to be able to see like what my, what I've got in my inventory, right? So this lets you see the element counts, it looks like. So artifact. Players with all 25 different mods unlocked can still reset the artifact for no additional glimmer cost. Once all 25 artifact mods are unlocked, resets from that point are free. And then abilities here is Fix an Issue or Devour would sometimes grant less buff time if multiple targets were killed in quick succession. And then added aim assist targeting to enemy Axion bolts, secondary projectiles to help players hit bolts that are chasing both themselves and fellow allies. The upcoming patch will also tackle notable stability issues and crash fixes. Zer's wonky stats for his wares, and Rahul's destination materials for sale will resume rotating at reset. There are some tweaks players can expect with these and other patch note items to go live on April 19th. So, looks like we get a... There it is. Update 4.0.1 is going to go live on Tuesday, April 19th. That's going to bring Master Vow. It'll bring this nice little hot fix for us and all that good stuff. Go ahead and read on through there. Basically, starts at 9 a.m. and is done at 11 a.m. Below is a list of known issues that are scheduled to be resolved with Update 4.0.1. The Synaptic Fanatic Triumph doesn't trigger on all characters. Loose and Executioners of the Throne World are not rotating daily and have been stuck in the Fluorescent Canal, blocking the Ascendant Bounty Hunter Triumph. The Combo Tracker and Wombo Tracker Ghost mods do not track Throne World chests. The newness sheen on gear persists permanently. The seasonal curated shotgun Reckless Endangerment can't be reacquired from collections after dismantling. And the Warlock Devour timer isn't consistent when killing multiple enemies over killing a single enemy. A couple last little things here, boys. So the Cleaver emblem, they are working, and then they're hoping to have you be able to grab that Cleaver emblem if you completed the raid on the extended period of time on the week of April 19th, so that's next week. Missing emails, so they're having some issues. It looks like some players aren't receiving emails, even though they're still trying to troubleshoot it, so they are working on getting that fixed. And then there's a list of known issues. So at the a little bit of a wrap-up here, we've got a couple videos here. So we've got Movie of the Week Freestyles with the Titan. We've got Biblically Accurate Ghost, Destiny 2 Ghost. Interesting. We've got a couple things for as far as Art of the Week. I'll tell you what, here on this channel, we are definitely Team Mech. This looks awesome. And then Team Monster, no bueno. And then actually, this is hilarious and cool. Yeah, that is something right there. I'll tell you what, that is super cool. All right, so kudos to Layla. That looks, wow, blown away. That is awesome. All right, so the results are in. One last thing before we let you all go. We've got monsters, we've got mechs, but who was the ultimate winner? Recently, we shared a poll that players could partake in deciding what sort of armor ornament they would be ready when Festival of the Lost rolls around later this year. Monsters were up for grabs for a second year in a row, but it looks like the mech design was that truly captured Guardian hearts around the globe. But let's break it down. The mechs won by a hair, taking up 52% of the vote, but don't count Team Monster out because they become Wrecking Ball at 48% of the votes. Wow, okay. So, officially, we have Team Mechs winning. Pretty excited about that. So, all right, boys, wrapping up here. As we rapidly approach the next part of the story of the Season of the Risen continues, we're excited to reveal what's next for Guardians and their corresponding shenanigans. Keep it tuned in here on our weekly Twabs for more info on what's coming down the pipeline, including more weapon changes, new Gambit labs, and more. Until next time, stay kind, drink lots of water, and go out there and do some good in the world this week. Catch up with you on the flip side. Guardians, I should go hippie. All right, boys, that's going to be it for our Twab today. Appreciate you guys stopping by. Make sure you check out the Twitch stream if you like, content like this. Obviously, we don't only go over Twabs, but we do a lot of other stuff in the game. So we are live on Twitch at twitch.tv/iNarlord on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, sometimes Saturdays. Saturdays, sometimes we typically go over some lore stuff and that kind of thing. But swing on by. You can check out the link in the description below. If you want to drop a like and a subscribe, that would be super cool. Helps out the channel. Other than that, we will see you guys next time. Peace.